Hello, hello, and welcome back for more wacky farm shenanigans as Perfidious Pete plays XCOM The Long War. And no, I'm not talking about the sort of farm-based shenanigans that include lying with beasts in the biblical sense. Come on, get your minds out of the gutter. What do you think this is, Arkansas or something? Jeez. So, now that I think about it, I suppose Gertrude Stein was deployed on the last mission, which I guess might be the source of your confusion. Gertrude is a bit of a beast after all, both in that she's demonstrated the ability to shake off hits that would drop a rhino in its tracks, and that she sort of looks like Ron Perlman's character from the late 80s television show Beauty and the Beast, but really that's beside the point. We're not here to talk about Gertrude Stein's linebacker-esque physique or Dick Butkus style face. We're here to kill aliens, damn it, and poking fun at my creative betters isn't going to make that happen anytime soon, so let's get to work here because we have a couple items on today's agenda that we need to take care of before we go beat up aliens, and making fun of Gertrude Stein for being kind of homely isn't really on the list. I mean, it's on the list, but it's lower down on the list than, say, naming our new recruit, so let's take a look and see who we've got here. Newbie, fresh out of the tube, just recruited last mission, escorted straight into the base and jammed into the Project Lazarus conversion tube, and we've got a bit of an auburn-haired lass here. Kind of a little dimple action working there, auburn hair, cheery disposition, generally just a positive person, and kind of a goody two-shoes. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at little Shirley Temple here. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're looking at Shirley Temple. This is Shirley Temple Black, of course. Later in her life, she did married. Shirley Temple actually married twice. Once to film legend John Agar, star of such fine, amazing films as, say, The Mole People and Revenge of the Creature, both of which have been thoroughly MST'd by Mike Nelson and his team of erudite wits. And if you haven't checked them out, you should, because John Agar films are hilariously fucking funny. Anyway, America's sweetheart here is on the team despite her questionable choice in men, at least at first. It is important to note she was only 17 when she did marry John Agar, so there's something there. And she was America's sweetheart. I can't think of a better name for such a lovely little gal as Shirley Sweetheart Temple. We're just gonna go with it. Welcome aboard, sweetheart. I'm glad to have you on the team. I'm pretty sure John Agar may have used that line to actually pick her up when they initially met. Probably worked on a 17-year-old in the, like 40s, maybe? Anyway. Some abilities for old Sweetheart Temple here. Let's take a look, see what she's going to be good at. The answer is not a lot. She has a bad aim. Her willpower is... it's not the worst we've seen, but it's not exactly good. Her health is desperately low. Her defense is also fairly questionable. Shirley is not exactly going to be a frontline combatant, but that's okay because we could make her a grenadier, but I think we have plenty of engineers. What we really could use now is some more medics. We're a little medic shy, and I think this is perfectly appropriate to little sweetheart's sort of disposition. I mean, she did a lot of good works, did a lot of USO stuff, and I can see her bringing relief to some embroiled veterans out on the battlefield, and I think we should keep her in a similar vein with that. So we're going to make her a medic, field medic she gets, and we're just going to go with field surgeon because it's fantastic. And revive I'm not really a fan of. Rapid reaction is interesting. Smoke and mirrors probably is better. We're going to be using the smoke grenades. Revive I am not a fan of at all. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with our standard build. We'll stick with the smoke and mirrors. There is some use in considering making, especially if you take suppression instead of field surgeon, go suppression and then rapid reaction for a little Overwatch build for a medic. It is a viable build, but I'm going to stick with what's been working for us so far. Smoke and mirrors it is. And let's get Sweetheart ready to take the field. And tell him, sweetheart, take the field out there. I don't know why I sound like Edward G. Robinson. I don't think you two ever starred in a film together. See? Nah, probably not. Anyway. So, that's taken care of. Let's go get to scanning, get ourselves a mission. Looks like we have a laser cannon that's about to finish as well. Okay, so we have a large UFO over Brazil. This says laser cannon. We'll come back to you in a minute. Said laser cannon built, and I want to get that started equipping. It's going to take 7 days. This is over South America. Maybe we should hold off on this until after the intercept. Then again, do we care about that? It's a large UFO. We're not going to be able to do anything to it. So let's try and maximize our use. We are going to sort of waste an interceptor by sending someone up to wave at it. I think the unnamed Raven 19 is actually the right person for that job. And when he's done, we'll bring him back down and we'll equip that laser cannon on him. So go say hi to the aliens. This is a training mission for you, Raven. We're just going to kind of get you broken in, take it easy on your first day. Send you up, have you look at a large alien craft, probably shit yourself just to get that out of the way. Everyone does it the first time. Nothing to be ashamed of, nothing at all. And now that we've got that taken care of for you and some fresh pants, let's go ahead and get you a little bit. I can't edit your loadout until you're refueled. Fantastic. Well, I do want to get that cannon started as soon as possible, so let's go back, scan for an hour. That's done. Now we'll equip this on him. I'm going in and out of this scanning thing quite frequently. It's delightful. Now, Raven 19, now that you've sort of broken it in, got your feet under you and seen an alien, let's get you a name. Stallion Ivanov. Okay, the Italian Stallion Ivanov wasn't, I guess it was Drago. I was going to say, wasn't that Ivanov? Wasn't that Rutger Hauer? Not Rutger Hauer. Why does his name escape me suddenly? Anyway, wasn't that the name of the bad guy in Rocky 3, but it was actually Ivan Drago. I guess I'm going with the whole Ivan thing. Dolph Lundgren, that's his name. Jeez. What the hell is wrong with me? I think I'm stroking out here. We're still going to equip the laser cannon, and we might as well, if we are going to stroke out, we can do it on mission control. We can't do anything to this UFO, so we might as well just watch it, do whatever it is it's going to do. I'm guessing landing. Or not. It didn't do a bombing run. What the hell did that thing do? It didn't land. It didn't do an abduction. Scouting a satellite, maybe? I don't know what the hell that thing did. Alright, well, St. Thomas More is psychically active. That's good. Nicely done, Sir Thomas. I'm glad to see you succeeding. Let's see who's going to take your place in the tube, then. I'm thinking probably Horatio Nelson. Do we have another gunner that we could use if we get a tough mission? We got Sporty Spice. She's always nice. Do we have another good quality gunner, though? Like maybe Marie Antoinette? Okay, we do have a Marie Antoinette available. Yep, alright, well, we're going to put old Hornblower in then. Now, I don't really care what ability we take with the Hornblower. I'm probably going to give him Mind Fray. I think he has had a critical wound, but maybe only one. I'm not really sure. Region Biofield is interesting since... nah, let's just give him Mind Fray. Really, the only reason I'm sending Horatio Hornblower Nelson in is so that he can equip the Neural Gunlink, because Neural Gunlinks are really, really, really good. Bonus accuracy, bonus crit. It's the crit that's important, it really is. Now, this is an intriguing trade, Japan. You may have yourself a deal here, Japanese government. This is a clever little trade. We haven't used laser rifles in a long time. If we do need a spare, this still leaves us with one extra. Yeah, you know what? I'm absolutely going to do it. There you go, Japan. Shrewdly played, my Japanese friends, showing the very clever, astute business sense for which you are known throughout the world. Nicely done, Japan. That was a damn good deal. Okay, so this is a fighter that's high. So that's probably what that large UFO was doing then. It was scouting this satellite, which means we absolutely have to shoot this bad boy down. So we got Slapshot, Bow, and Puke Shaw. Well, if I'm going to trust anybody, I'm trusting the Puke. Go get him, Vomit Boy. Get up there and spray some Technicolor death all over our friends. Also, if you could take some wet wipes and clean out the cockpit when you're done, we'd appreciate it, because you're a damn good pilot, but nobody wants to fly after you've been in there. Also, I probably shouldn't have praised you, because now you're doing a terrible job. Contact lost. My fault, really, my fault. I shouldn't have praised you. I should know better at this point, I really should. Let's just hope Slapshot Bow can go up and bring us home a win. Alright, Slapshot. Put this one in a net for me, baby. Top right corner, police not looking. We've drawn him off with the fake. It's time for you to slap it in.
Nearing strike range.
Come on, man. Not the best intercept, but you traded 1 for 1 and a hit for a hit. I'll take it. It got in the net. We don't care how sloppy it was. It may have come off of the pad, but the goalie failed to waffle it down, and we got the score. That's going to put us in the playoffs. Let's get a team together, get into the Sky Ranger. My hockey metaphors are pathetic. I know, I don't watch a lot of hockey. I like hockey, just don't watch a lot of it. Alright then, what's our engagement zone look like? Riparian, light or moderate vegetation. So it's the other small UFO map that we always seem to get. It's always either this one, or it's the barn map. Every single time, it's this one or the barn. There are like 5 small UFO maps that we never play. Ever. Alright then. Well, repairing is actually pretty good for snipers. What's, do we have an eye officer? A sniper officer? We do not. We could take John Wayne, he is pretty good. Well, we're gonna need an officer then, which means... I hate myself so much right now. I hate myself. I'm gonna be kicking myself for the decision to make J. Robert Oppenheimer an officer for, like, the next roughly 100 episodes. I'm gonna, because I need him. I don't want to use Thomas Edison in this case. It's overkill to send Thomas Edison. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about this. I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. I don't want to do it anymore. XCOM, stop making me send J. Robert Oppenheimer on missions, please. Please stop it. On the plus side, a small UFO as a commander to reduce everyone else's fatigue time is literally the most useful thing we can do with J. Robert Oppenheimer. He's a Rocketeer. Rocketeers are terrible. But if he reduces the fatigue time for everybody else and even issues command one time to give someone else an extra turn, it's going to be more useful than anything else we might have done with him. Literally, anything else. I think we're going to send Mitch Pancake. Well, Virginia Big Bad Wolf has less EXP. Do we have another scout who is maybe... we do not, actually. So it looks like our new recruit is a support. Okay, so it's either got to be Mitch Pancakes Hedberg or Virginia Big Bad Wolf. I'm going to send the Big Bad Wolf on this one. Neither Mitch nor the Big Bad is going to level, and Virginia is behind Mitch in both Psychic and regular EXP, so I think she's the right call here. She's getting our most fantastic armor, little Aegis armor, to help keep the Big Bad Wolf safe from any little piglets that might, you know, try to huff, puff, blow her house down, or, I don't know, drop a ton of bricks on her, set her on fire. I didn't remember what the three little pigs did to the wolf. I think they just built a sturdy abode, and then the wolf killed himself trying to blow it down. Or got bored and wandered off, one of the two. Gunner, let's grab one. We got the Baker. She's good. We like the Baker. We do have Thomas More, who is recently psychically active and who would likely level. He doesn't have double shot, which is bad, but I think on a small UFO we can probably get away with not having a double shotgun. So let's Gauss machine gun it up. Neural gun, link, carapace armor, laser sight. St. Thomas is locked, loaded, and ready to go. And of course, since I didn't take a double shotgunner, this will be the mission where it's like the pod is 3 sectoids, 2 huge uber elite mectoids, and then like an outsider. That's just the way my luck rolls. And so to make up for that, I think what we'll do is take a very good engineer. I'm thinking Marie Curie, because we could get the double-double here for Madame Curie. It's very tempting. The knife, yeah, we're going to go for the double-double. So let's take Madame Curie. All right, Marie, get kitted up and go do this one. This one's for Viva la France. Viva Poland, in fact, because you were Polish, actually. I know I always make jokes about French, but you were widely known for being famous, and your institute was in France, so, I mean, that's where the Curie Institute is. Still, go get him, Marie. Do it for your nation of your birth and your adopted nation as well. Do it for both France and Poland. Make us all proud, Marie. All of us. Except for those of us who are neither French nor Polish, which is most of us, but still. You can still make us proud, Marie. Let's get you taken care of. Teddy and the bench is such overkill. St. Joan and the Old Master would be a nice little assault duo. Yeah, let's do that. And I think we'll equip St. Joan and the bench here with a nice little capture build. Small UFO going to be a ample opportunity for us to pick up a few outsider shards, which Dr. Valen, sure, she can use them as masturbatory aids, but she is a little less pleased with those when we bring home live aliens, which she prefers to torture to death. Although, I gotta point out, Dr. V, a little bit pissed at me right now, because the last time we brought home an outsider shard, we gave it to Dr. Shan, and the last time we brought home a live alien, I think we sold it to, like, Nigeria or something, in return for a trooper. So, been a while since Dr. V has got to torture anyone to death, and she's getting a little bit pent up, and let me tell you, a pent-up Dr. Valen is not a friendly Dr. Valen. It's just not. So let's get the French maid, the Old Master. What are we missing? We got a Rocketeer. I know. A Scout, a Gunner, an Engineer, Assault. So we gotta have a Medic, and then probably a Sniper. Who's gonna be my Medic? We got Jesus, fresh out of the tube and freshly psychically powered. I think Jesus and his magic powers we should probably save for something a little more important. You know what? This actually would be... Let's take the Sweetheart. I think this is a fine premier mission for America's Sweetheart, Shirley Temple. We got a good chance to get her into some action here. Little carapace armor for America's Sweetheart. We're going to give her a Gauss rifle. AP grenades? Nah, it's going to be a motion tracker and a med kit for you, my dear. You are a medic, after all. Can't send you into battle without the med kit. And, yep, then we just need a sniper, and our sniper on this mission is going to be the Duke. We're just taking John Wayne. That's right, Pilgrim. We're going to saddle on up right out there and kill us some cowboys. Kestrel armor for the Duke. That's the worst John Wayne of all time, by the way. Just absolutely miserably awful. Gauss long rifle, alloy bipod, high capacity mags. Nothing at all fancy here for the Duke. And that's our team. Let's go mop up a small UFO in the riparian setting where we seem to find every other small UFO that isn't occurring on a farm somewhere. Maybe the aliens are so prone to raiding farms. And I was actually kind of expecting a farm mission on this, to be honest with you. Oh, no, wait, our very last mission was on a farm. So, meh, I don't even care. But, maybe it's like a cattle abduction thing. Maybe the aliens are also going for the double-double. One, they were flying in to do something more nefarious, but when they got shot down, they're like, well, we're going down. We might as well go down in that field, and if XCOM comes and we win a fight, we can abduct some cattle along with the XCOM troopers that are dead on the ground, assuming we win. And they're like, well, it's the practical solution. It's not the ideal solution, but it's maybe the aliens are just trying to make the best of a bad situation here. They already got shot down. Things are about as bad as they can get. They might as well try and salvage something if they pull out the win. Pragmatic, those alien sons of bitches are.
Strike 1 is clear to attempt the breach.
So, where did we come in and where is the alien craft? This map, every time I come in, I can never tell exactly where I'm at. Is this in a normal landing zone? No, I have no idea where we are. Alright, so let's grab our medic then. See if we can get a little bit of extra info from Shirley. Ooh. It's a shadow device? Okay. Get a little extra info here from Shirley Temple and find ourselves some bad guys. So, nothing doing there.
Position confirmed.
Nothing doing there. Alright, Shirley, let's have you head up here. Alright, so Shirley Temple giving us a broad sweep, and since we saw no enemy, I think we're just going to cluster up here then. Nothing fancy, we're just going to go for the standard sort of blob it out deployment where nobody triggers an enemy. God, Virginia Woolf is fast. I love that so much. She is so quick. I hear a meld canister, but do not see one. So let's just blob up here. There's no need for cover. There are no aliens active, so we can afford to just go into a wad. Probably if we're going to do this, our last move should be with Virginia Woolf, though, so if we need to in an emergency, we can drop the shadow device. That would be the smart thing to do. Nothing, huh? Alright, well, Shirley Temple, America's sweetheart. Lead the way again. Alright, let's see what Shirley's got here. He's kind of pinned in a little. That's okay. We're going to waste a little movement. Not really much of an issue. Still trying to figure out where the hell we are. I would like Shirley to end in cover, just in case. Let's do like... Okay, so we do have a pod over on our right. Pod over this way. So Shirley Temple is in a bad spot to engage that team, so let's set up so that we can be in a better spot when we do activate the pod. They're a ways off over there, so as long as we don't go forward of this spot, we should all be safe. Big Bad Wolf, we're going to have you take cover right over here. John, let's get you over here. Madam Curie, we want you close, but not too close. J. Robert Oppenheimer, you know what? I'm going to have you study your weapon. Not that I expect it to be useful or good or right in this universe, but you can go ahead and do it anyway. Overwatch for Curie. St. Joan, let's get you over... This should also be safe. The cover is bad, but we're not relying on cover here. Overwatch for St. Joan. Old Master, let's get you right up next to Old St. Joan. We'll just put you here in the open and drop you on Overwatch. It's fine. Yep, they're over there. Yeah, we caught them on the motion tracker. Shirley Temple has already advised us of their location, guys. I mean, we know they're over there. Shirley Temple is on that shit. You gotta trust in Shirley Temple. I trust Shirley Temple. She wasn't America's sweetheart because she was a piece of crap. She was America's sweetheart because she was a lovely young lady and adorable as shit, and she had dimples for days. That's why she was America's sweetheart. And the whole John Agar thing, we're just gonna credit up to, you know, maybe a questionable life decision. Holy crap, J. Robert Oppenheimer may have a chance to actually not shame himself here. Granted, it's a poor chance, but it is a... Nope, of course not, because fucking he sucks. Ah, you're garbage, Oppenheimer. Absolutely 100% trash water garbage. So what's our best chance here? Well, let's shoot at the one that's furthest away then. If John Wayne hits, this is going to kill him. So the Duke downs a Seeker. That was a huge critical. 16 damage. That's nicely done. Alright, Seekers, what do you got? You're gonna let J. Robert Oppenheimer actually kill you, huh? Well, you know what? Just to prove that it can be done, we're gonna have Madame Curie kill most of them if she can. And it was up there for a second. Come on, we can bank. There it is. Get it off the terrain. Alright, we can do this. Just to prove that it can be done, and because I hate J. Robert Oppenheimer that fucking much, I'm gonna bank this off of this piece of terrain right here and see how many of these Seekers I can kill. I'm gonna guess most of them, actually. This is for you naysayers. There you go. Much better than we would have got out of J. Robert Oppenheimer and his scattering piece of shit rocket. So then, who else wants kills? I mean, we've got a bunch of really good, easy sort of marked shots here. I think we let Shirley Temple get her first kill. No virgin in this. Ooh, Shirley Temple, your aim is real bad, my dear. Real bad. Well, no virgin in that Shirley Temple right there. She has taken her first kill. She's tasted blood and she wants more. St. Thomas More, might as well take a poke here. No hit, but he picks up some hollow targeting, which is fine.
Damn it!
We could send in the Old Master, and I don't really see any disadvantage to doing that. It's perfectly safe for him to advance. 77% chance to hit for Da Vinci. Da Vinci delivers, and we have one more dead man for the pile. J. Robert Oppenheimer, you're a discredit to yourself, your species, and your profession, sir. Why don't you go over there behind that log and hang your head in fucking shame? St. John's gonna advance. We'll just drop her into Overwatch, and that's the end of the turn. I still don't know where the UFO is, but we have dispatched one pod fairly handily thanks to a Madame Curie grenade. Alright, Shirley, this area is safe. We've got a battle scanner down so we know there are no enemies. I don't want to use a motion tracker then.
Good to go.
We're gonna have you stand out in the open, again, because it's safe to do so. So where are we on the map? Where is the UFO? That's what we need to find out. We know this whole area is safe. John? Are we... Okay, so the UFO is going to be over here then. Got it. Okay. So we're advancing up the right side. This is actually not a bad strategy for us, or a bad way to attack this map. Alright, so the Duke then,
On the move.
you're going to take a couple turns playing catch up. You only got the 2 bullets in the gun, so why don't you slow yourself down a little bit, play a little reload game there. And we may send you over to the left as a flank action, because it's pretty unlikely, if we come in from this right side, that the aliens are going to be anywhere other than in the vessel. So we're going to take a consolidation turn here. Everybody's going to move. Just get back into position, get together, and if they need to, we'll have them reload.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't really look like reloading is going to be a priority since almost no one has fired. St. Thomas More. We could have St. Thomas reload, but he's down 1 bullet, and he's got the saw. It's probably overkill. I mean, if one bullet is not going to make a difference. Which almost invariably means that since I've said that, 1 bullet is going to be the difference between someone being alive and someone being dead. And I'll be like, well, I should have taken the extra turn and reloaded, I guess. So there is a meld canister up there, which is not unexpected. Madame Curie, I think we're going to have you, or Virginia Woolf, sorry. Have you come up here, and we'll probably have you pop a battle scanner for us. So there's a meld canister somewhere. Said eyes on the prize, but I don't see the can. Are you just fucking with me, Curie? Wolf, Gary, I keep confusing the two. Alright, well, let's throw a battle scanner in the ship and see what we can see. What's in here? I'm gonna guess a couple outsiders, because that's usually what's in here.
Big brother is online.
We're mostly curious if there is another pod besides the outsiders in the vicinity. So we have 1, 2 outsiders right over here. Buckle my shoe. My guess is that's probably going to be the end of it. 5 Seekers and 2 Outsiders, a 7-man fighter pod. Wouldn't be unheard of. What the hell is this? Oh, it looked like a dead guy draped over a log, but I guess it's just the terrain. Okay, that's weird. Never noticed that before. Alright, then let's get the Duke in a good shooting position.
10-4.
We know where our next likely engagement is, and if there is another pod, it's going to be over here on this left side. So we don't really have to worry about that. We can get fairly aggressive with our advance on this turn if we want to. Not really sure we want to, though. Let's go to... that's maybe a little too close. Let's test this with Marie Curie here. We do want Curie up in the forefront. All right, so there's our meld canister. I don't see any particular reason to not send St. Joan around towards the meld. Looks to be safe. If it wasn't, we would have actually gotten notification on that based on our battle scanner would have showed us anyway. Old Master, let's get you up here in this full cover. Shirley Temple. I wouldn't mind getting Shirley a little bit closer to the front of things, because I do want to have her use a motion tracker and sort of go over to the left to scout just a tiny little bit to make sure that it is 100% fully safe. We're probably going to take another preparation turn and then lob a battle scanner to pick one of these guys off from the start with a sniper shot from John Wayne. There may be another pod over behind those guys. Based on the way the camera moved, I'm going to guess there is in fact another pod. So let's get the Duke up here and in a shooter stance. Duke, I'm going to want to make sure you can see the aliens from wherever you are. Can you see them from there? You can. Perfect. All right, Madame Curie. Before I do that... No, J. Robert, you're a piece of crap. Shirley Temple, I want you to use the last of your motion tracker. Head up here.
Headed there now.
Well, that's going to be less enlightening than we would have liked. Alright, well, it is what it is. If we send St. Joan around to pick up the meld canister, is she going to pop the pod? I think the answer is no. Alright, so Oppenheimer, let's try to get you in a position where you won't just make a miserable embarrassment of yourself in the event that we have to actually ask you to try and connect on something with a rocket. You advance and steady your weapon. If he has a shot from here... Okay, he does not. I was going to say, we can't afford to have him get much closer. He doesn't have a shot, which means... This is good. This is a safe move, then. That can't pop the pod if he doesn't have a shot. You're going to hunker down. Da Vinci. I wouldn't mind having both you and St. Joan over here for a little end around. And this should be a relatively safe path for you. We can have St. Joan should be able to make it to the can in a single move. St. Joan can make it to the can in a single move. She can also make it to the can when she's really got to pee. If you could maybe open that, though, we'd all appreciate it, Joan. There you go, Joni. Alien's down to 8 meld. Alright, so they're getting some reduction. I'm concerned that might pop a pod, so I'm not going to risk it. I do want Marie Curie closer, but I don't want her accidentally cracking a pod closer. So Overwatch for St. Joan. And the big bad wolf is going to head up to this half cover and get ready to drop another battle scanner for us next turn to reestablish our line of sight. Alright, so our friends are just going to sit right where they are. Actually, these guys may be it. They may be the last of us. It may be like Ellie. They may be literally don't go in Overwatch. Alright, so let's get the scanner in. Oh, throw it down. Throw it inside the thing. Inside Virginia Big Bad Wolf. Inside Big Bad.
Incoming signal from battle scanner.
She's huffing and she's puffing, and I believe the house is about to get blown down, and at least one of these guys is going to get cracked open like a can of sardines by the mighty John Wayne. Although he has, I was going to say he has a terrible chance to hit that guy, but actually a pretty good chance to hit this dude. If it hits, it's guaranteed to critical, and if it hits in criticals, it's probably a kill. So of course it missed. Well, John, you can't hit them all. Alright, so we have 2 relatively normal outsiders, actually. This is a kind of a weak T pod. We don't have a double shot ability here for St. Thomas More. Everybody's in pretty good cover. We're not going to hit a goddamn thing, is the problem, though. We could send the Old Master forward and St. Joan on the other side. There is some advantage to that, just to sort of keep the enemies kind of pinned down. Oppenheimer... This is, I mean, we can explore the concept of having you fire a rocket. Yeah, it's pointless. So we need to get you just some better cover than something that won't let you kill. Let's say right here. You can't even see the enemy from there, which is fine. I'm going to put you on Overwatch rather than have you steady your weapon, because Overwatch potentially gets you something. So we send St. Joan, I think, to here, actually. I want them to be able to see the enemy, and then I'm going to probably put them on Overwatch. Bad hit, 7%, not good enough. Overwatch, I don't want these guys to be able to sneak up and flank us. Da Vinci, you gotta be shitting me with the movement speed here. This is the best you can do? Why are you so slow? Well, he can see the enemy. Again, 1%er. Overwatch for Da Vinci and Overwatch for Shirley Temple. We'll try and keep these guys with their heads down, and then if we can... Alright, so Oppenheimer... Actually, a reasonable shot here from Oppenheimer. Did connect. So Da Vinci may get an Overwatch crack at this guy too, and if he does, it might bring him down. Da Vinci did not. He was getting shot. Okay, so taking a shot at our unit in full cover. That's fine. You're okay, Thomas. Settle down. You're not a tank engine. You don't really have to worry. Alright, the Duke. You have one shot at that guy. We're absolutely going to take it. Last bullet in the gun, but if you can knock him out of Overwatch, that'll be useful. Yeah, he hit that one. Didn't knock him out of Overwatch, but it's still useful. Madam Curie has a bum shot. Oppenheimer. 40. Okay. Alright, Oppenheimer. You almost can't fuck this one up. It's a 1.8%. I mean, this is gonna hit the guy. I'm assuming you're gonna scatter it into that flight computer and destroy it because you're you. But still, this can't hurt my team at least. Didn't really kill the enemy either, but on the plus side, it didn't hurt anyone that's on our own fucking team. And really, that's more than I could normally ask from you. Shirley Temple's got a pretty reasonable shot with the lowered cover. Didn't manage to convert, but still. Marie Curie could go for the kill or get guaranteed 2 damage with the suppression. I'm going to take the risk and go for the gunshot here. Madam Curie never disappoints. St. Joan, 17% chance to hit, but that guy's, means St. Thomas More can't do anything.
I'm on it, Commander.
We can't pull this guy's Overwatch. That's unfortunate. What we can do is come up here, drop into Overwatch. We could have Joan of Arc fall back. This should not draw Overwatch. Oh, okay. She's going to be on Overwatch there. St. Thomas More also on Overwatch, and then we're going to bring Da Vinci around up in this way. We're going to put him on Overwatch. And if this guy decides he wants to come forward and tango with us, we can wreck him. Well, he's done. Yep, he's just going to take some Overwatch. This may kill him, actually. Nope, but he's not... This is a double move, so he's not going to get anything positive out of it. And Joan of Arc finishes him off with a long-distance shotgun shot. Nope. Well, on the plus side, our proclivity for whiffing at this guy did give us a capture opportunity, assuming we can hurt him bad enough. Injuring him with the just right amount is going to be a neat trick. 58% does 8 damage. How much health has that guy got left? Exactly 8. That's a little bit risky. Duke's got to reload. He's got nothing else. Madam Curie with a grenade has some interesting potential. I don't know if she's going to be able to throw one far enough. Most likely, probably not. It's a pretty long toss, yeah. No dice. That's okay, though. Didn't mean to hit that button. Alright, Virginia Big Bad Wolf. It's time for a little huffing and a puffing here. And I know I've been making a lot of Three Little Pigs jokes, but we could really use a hit here. You're not likely to kill him, but you are likely to give him the Goldilocks damage.
Damn it, missed the target.
Yeah, we noticed. It's not good. Da Vinci just flat out kills him. I mean, that's gonna happen. Da Vinci will murder him. I suppose we could send Oppenheimer forward and see if with his Gauss carbine he could maybe... This is gonna be, well, 70%'s not bad thanks to the holocaust. So of course Oppenheimer misses as well. Man, they really don't want us to capture this guy, I guess. Da Vinci butchers him. Also, I would like to have 2 people with a potential backup if the capture fails. Shirley Temple will not even be able to see him from there. Here he can't do shit. It's St. Thomas More than 68%. This will probably kill him if it hits. Oh, nope. St. Thomas. Was that Goldilocks damage, St. Thomas? It was pretty good. I mean, not, does this guy have... We need to know if he has close encounters. I'm not going to run up there if he has close encounters. Adaptive bone marrow, muscle fiber density. Okay, good. He does not have close encounters. Let's send in the old master for the capture, then. The master for the capture? Alright. Come on, OM. Get the capture here. You got the flank shot. The percentage is not great. And didn't work. We have no extra backup, and I'm not going to take a chance. We're just going to have St. Joe. I don't need an outsider shard that badly. The alien carbine is actually more what I wanted. Can't miss, can't fail to kill. Outsider dead. I'm guessing end of mission. End of mission. Alright then. So Operation Rotting Engine, a textbook assault on a small UFO. That went surprisingly well. quite pleased with the way that one turned out. We had a good team, and everybody pretty much did their jobs. John Wayne, the one exception with a missed opening shot that could have been big, but that's okay. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you're the hero, like in Rio Lobo, and everything goes out well. Or sometimes you're the hero in Rio Bravo, where not only does everything go well, but you get to hang out with Walter Brennan and kiss Angie Dickinson. And then sometimes it's the Hellfighters, and you die in a blistering inferno of an oil fire. It's just the way it goes when you're the Duke. Sometimes you ride off into the sunset, and sometimes they put you in a fucking burnt corpse in a hole in the ground. So Marie, Radium Carry picking up a level, and we did get the double-double for the Madam. That's delightful. Heat ammo is interesting, but it's always going to be Packmaster. Mad grenades now for Madam Curie going forward. Quite stoked about that. Thomas, all seasons more. Executioner is interesting. Will to survive, not so much. Ranger is, I mean, it's okay. It's not fantastic, but he doesn't even have a sidearm. I think we got to go Executioner here. Even though it doesn't apply to the rapid fire shot, which, well, it doesn't. Here's the thing. Executioner doesn't apply to the rapid fire shot unless the enemy is already below half health. And the reason I'm picking up Executioner on these guys is, one, I don't think Will to Survive is particularly good at all. +3 Will is not useful, and the extra damage reduction is barely going to matter. But on really high health enemies late in the game, where they're already at half health and we still need a huge amount of fire, like, say, a rapid fire heat ammo shot on a sectopod from one of these guys, Executioner is going to hold us in really good stead in the late game against ridiculously high health enemies, which is why I'm taking it. It's got St. Thomas taken care of. The Old Master also picking up a level. Tactical Sense is good. I love it. Bring him on. Less good given our already overwhelming critical, but given the 14-foot speed of the Old Master, I really don't think we have any choice but to give him Sprinter and make him even faster still. I really like Sprinter too. It's also fantastically good. 19 Illyrium, 24 allies, 2 weapon fragments, 1 flight computer, another flight computer that I'm going to blame on J. Robert Oppenheimer, whether or not he actually hit it. The power source was already blown, so even I can't pin that one on Oppenheimer. 3 Seeker Rex, it's fine. So let's go sell our old garbage then. And speaking of not garbage, Shirley Temple did pretty good for her premiere mission. First time out of the box, little Shirley did all right. Why did I go in for covert operations? I mean, we could do an intel scan. You know what? This is maybe a happy accident. Let's go ahead and do it.
Scan complete. Positive ID on Exalt cell location.
Okay, so they do have one in Argentina, which is fine. Is Napoleon back yet? I'm not sure if Napoleon is back. If he's not, it doesn't look like he is, we could send Isaac, assuming he's available, but it doesn't look... Isaac Apple Newton is available. You know what? That's fine. We can have Sir Isaac fill in for Napoleon on this one.
XCOM operative deployed.
We'll go ahead and get him on the way.
Everyone's getting a little thin.
Well, if you're talking about the roster, Bradford, people are a little tired, but it's coming up on, well, like the middle of the month, so we're sort of in peak alien activity cycle. I'm guessing some of our guys are going to be back. Really don't need to worry. Also, I can't believe you're worried about anything at all except where your next bottle of gin is, Bradford. Or is that what you're worried about? You're like, you're getting a little thin on your liquor supplies, and that was the impetus for your concern. You're like, man, I only have 2.5 handles of gin left. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get me through the day. I really don't. I mean, 2.5 handles? That's what? That's like, that's a little over a gallon. I need more gin than that. I need more gin. You're a hopeless drunk, Bradford, and I'm starting to feel a little sorry for you. You know, we have treatment programs available, Bradford. Help is available if you want help. I'm just saying. Not trying to force you or anything. I'm just saying if you want help, help is available. And with that plea for Bradford to seek the help he so desperately needs, I'm going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more XCOM, consider subscribing as well. The Drunken Bradford and I post new episodes every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.